Hello, we're at SIGGRAPH 2018 from beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. Thanks for watching Post Perspective TV, and we're very excited to welcome as our guest today, Jason Coari of Quantum. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, Dana. It's great to be here.
Thanks for being here.
Sure.
And it's great to have you. I think last year was Quantum's first SIGGRAPH. Is that?
It is. We've been a few times, but it's. I don't think it's as many times as, say, an NAB.
Exactly.
But I think as this space has become even more enhanced by things like virtual reality and augmented reality, and there's new applications for visual effects and animation, I think the show is becoming that much more important. And of course, Quantum wants to be in the middle of that.
Yes,
so, yeah.
Excellent. And you have released a new product recently. All IP workflow performance is a hot topic for Quantum.
That's right, yeah, very hot topic. In fact, it's a hot topic for the industry as a whole.
Yes.
I think what we've seen in media and entertainment is that everyone's under tremendous cost pressure. And one of the biggest sources of cost is networking, and controlling that cost and networking and trying to maximize performance for various workflows is quite important for our end customers. And so we see greater adoption of Ethernet, and to address this market transformation, we've introduced our Xcellis Scale-out NAS product.
Okay.
And this is a workflow appliance that we're offering. It's powered by StorNext, our own file system. We've done some internal engineering to develop our own NAS stack, and we've done some kind of nifty things under the covers to really, I think, redefine what is capable in an all-IP workflow. So these days you can see performance of 2.7 gigabytes a second to a single client streaming, which really allows for work around 4K files in areas where previous to this people thought you really needed fiber channels. So it's kind of redefining what's possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys, and you know, obviously this product development ties into that, have really been focusing on the workflow needs of animators and animation and visual effects recently. Do you want to talk about some of the unique workflow needs in those areas and how you guys are setting out to address them?
Yeah, you know, media and entertainment, everyone is very specific around their needs. And
we're all bespoke.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so true. And in a storage environment, I like to think of it as there's a lot of levers that you can twist and turn to really optimize performance over a specific workflow. So when it comes to visual effects and animation, what we've seen is that you can have the larger studios that do some of this work, or smaller environments that using traditional kind of infrastructure, very basic storage arrays, some of that's actually starting to break down. And so at this show, I've had numerous conversations about our entry-level storage foundation product. It's a very entry-level StorNext appliance, but it's great for 10 to 20 person teams that want more enterprise-like features, but at a price point that's going to like break the bank.
Yes, no, that's great for them. And I'm assuming that they can scale up if a project requires or if their facility grows.
They can. It starts as small as 48 terabytes, which if you're a firm that's working in 4K or say stereo 8K for visual reality, that's going to fill up rather rapidly. And so it starts at 48 terabytes, but scales to petabytes depending on what that customer needs.
Right, and you said the VR word, still a popular buzzword around town.
It is.
Do you want to talk about, I mean, I'm thinking, well, you just said it, that taps storage solutions pretty quickly. How are you guys addressing all that?
It does. So another aspect I haven't mentioned so far is the industry starting to use more all-flash array technology. The kind of, I would say, underlying storage hardware that's necessary to power these really high resolution formats in virtual reality. And so Quantum is introducing various appliances around this, but we're starting to take the path of NVMe, which is kind of a supercharged flash array on a specific protocol that's trying to get more performance out of a typical SSD. And so that's also helping with those workflows. And then basically, you want your production staff to be as productive as possible at all times. And so they don't want to be waiting around for their files, and this helps in that aspect.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. And I also know that Quantum is very good at working with their technology partners,
so important.
especially in the M&E space. Do you want to talk about some collaborations you've had there?
Yeah, I like to think of Quantum as just one part of a whole technical ecosystem. You know, what these guys do is magic, and to make that magic happen, I think it's a whole array of vendors that need to be working closely together. So we're really integrated with the leading MAM providers out there. We do a lot of things to make sure there's no conflicts within the software, and they hand off at the right time so that the data is managed in a way that's kind of seamless to the end user, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yes.
So yeah, we just we put a lot of effort into that because again, it's a sum of many parts that make the whole. So we like to think of ourselves as a core. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's a busy show for you guys, so thank you for making the time to
Sure.
chat with me and chat with all our friends out there watching. So thank you, and that is us signing off from SIGGRAPH 2018. Thanks for watching.